Hey y'all, what is up? Keysby here. So I didn't think I was going to be making a video today, but here we are. The ban list for May 2022 just dropped, and this is going to be my first impressions and some quick thoughts about it. So I am looking at it right now. And in the bans, we've got Mecha Fanabeast Auroradon. I think this card probably could have been banned a little while ago, but glad to see it go. I just have bad memories of it in Adamantipator format. I know we don't have like Link Cross or Marcher Metal Marcher anymore, but the card was still just insane with Despot 001. And yeah, just a little too good. Kinda happy to see that one gone. Although in the topic of not happy to see gone, Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew being banned, I think that just kind of doesn't kill Prank Kids as a deck, but it kills it as a competitively viable deck. Part of what made Prank Kids so good was everything was a one-card starter, and the other part of what made Prank Kids so good was because everything was a one-card starter, we could shave down so much of the engine to fit so much more cards in there, like Adventure or like 14 hand traps or DPE and everything, and having to now increase the size of the Prank Kids engine is going to take away room from all that stuff, and it just isn't nearly as consistent. You know, you need 2 kids in a poly, or 2 kids and play, or 2 kids in pranks, or any combination of those, but it's now all like 2-card starters. And Verte Anaconda also going doesn't help Prank Kids either. So Verte Anaconda, I think, is a good hit, especially in the sense that it does, as a card, limit what can be printed on a fusion spell. So yeah, I just think for like future proofing, it's a good hit. And I guess it's going to make DPE significantly less splashable, which means that the Scythe Lock is significantly less splashable as a result. So yeah, okay, that one makes sense too. And those are, looks like, the only bans. So let's get into the limits. Jet Synchron back at 1. Interesting that they did that without banning Halqifibrax, but that is, if you're running Effect Veiler, a 1-card access code talker, just so you all know. Alright. Perform a Pal Monkey Board. I do not know enough about that deck to really say whether or not that's going to make a difference. That was kind of something that came and went while I wasn't playing the game. But I think even with Beyond the Pendulum, I don't see it being a major competitively viable deck. Just because Pendulum is what it is. Red Rose Dragon to 1. That, yeah, hit against Based. Yatagarasu to 1. I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know if it's really going to do that much. Just for the record, you can't do the traditional Yata lock because Sangan and Chaos Emperor Dragon have both been errata'd. And I just think that if there was a deck that could forcibly empty a hand, it would already be good without Yata at this point, as we saw with like Infernoble being able to do that, and it didn't need the Yata to be really good. It's cool that it's at 1. I think it could have come to 1 already a while ago, but I'm happy to see it back. Halqifibrax at 1. Okay, you can't repeat your Halq lines if they don't go through the first time. Cool. Shooting Riser Dragon to 1. I've never actually seen more than 1 occur in a game, but I guess that's cool. Okay, so I actually knew about this one. I saw it on Instagram already. Change of Heart to 1. I think it's really cool. I think it's being a little bit overhyped today. Change of Heart is functionally just like a second copy of Mind Control that you can attack with. Change of Heart, when it was banned, was really good because at the time you had a bunch of flip effect monsters that were really relevant, and stuff like Jinzo, like 1 tribute monsters that were also very relevant. That Change of Heart was just such a huge swing in your direction at that point that it had to go. Like, you flip up a Magician of Faith, get back the Change of Heart, then tribute it for a Jinzo. Like, that was a power play back in the day. Now we've had Mind Control, and I really think Change of Heart is just, again, functionally a second copy of Mind Control that you can attack with. We're not tribute summoning outside of Full Underease, and I don't even really think in Fluanderees it'll be that helpful. Like, I think if you're in a position where, like, you could Change of Heart to Tribute Summon something, you probably could have already Tribute Summoned without Change of Heart. So, but we'll see. And Time Seal to 1. Yeah, I don't really see Time Seal doing that much at 1. Alright, and the semi-limits. Dynamite, the True Draco Fighter to 2. That's cool for True Draco. I don't think it's enough though. I think like they would have to either get like Masterpiece or Diagram to 3. Masterpiece to 1, by the way, not 3. Diagram to 3 or Card of Demise back to 3. I do see down the list, they got Pot of Desires to 2, but I don't see that being enough to really, really bring True Draco back into the fold. Cyber Angel Ben 10 to 2. Definitely good for Drytron. I don't know how huge that is for them. I'm not super familiar with Drytron, and most of my experience playing against them was when they had Ava. But I imagine it definitely is helpful and adds a bit more consistency to their deck for sure. Fire Formation Tenki to 2. I think that's fine. I don't know how much that does, because I know when they put Fire Formation Tenki to 1, I think a lot of the decks that were playing it, like in the meta, just did not care that it went from 3 to 1. So I don't know how much giving them 1 back is going to do to really change anything, since I don't think hitting it to 1 was a big hit, but cool to see for like pure Ancient Warriors and stuff like that. Trickstar Light Stage to 2. That's cool. Good for Trickstar. I look forward to being hand looped, maybe. And Wall of Revealing Light to 2. That's pretty cool. I wonder if like Dinomorphia can use Wall of Revealing Light to like forcibly lower their life points for the new fusion monster. Be interesting to see. I don't know how viable that is. I would have to really think about it. Night Assailant to 3. I know that just got an errata, so you can't do the infinite Night Assailant loop anymore, so. Trishula to 3. Cool. Mirage Stalio and Salamangreat Circle, both to 3. That's really cool for Salamangreat. I think it helps it, especially Circle to 3, but I think just like Flunder existing really hurts Salamangreat as a deck, just because, not even accounting for like Barrier Statue, M-Pen is just such a hard counter to that deck. It like shuts off all their link plays, but cool to see it for him. A Hero Lives to 3. That's cool. I would love to see Hero do more, but I don't know if that's enough for Hero to really, really go and like do a ton. I don't think the Verte Anaconda hit really affects Hero that much either. Like they can already hard make DPE pretty easily. And Scapegoat to 3 is cool to see. So, looking at this list, Despia is pretty much untouched. They're gonna stay tier 1. I think Fluanderees is also gonna stay tier 1. Sword Soul Tenyi, be interesting to see, because they don't have the whole Auroradon line anymore, but they still have all their like previous Synchro lines that they had, which it was still really good with just those. And the second Pot of Desires definitely helps that deck. Like, I'm still convinced that Pot of Desires to 1 was a Sword Soul hit specifically. Based took some pretty nasty hits, and actually I think losing Verte is pretty big for them, because I know that deck sometimes did the DPE Cyclock thing, and that is much harder to do for them now, if it's even possible. I guess, yeah, hard drawn Fusion Destiny, but still much harder to do. And the one that makes me really sad is I think Prank Kids is just kind of dead. Just gonna take a moment to take that one in. Anyway, so those are gonna be my quick thoughts on the ban list. I'm sure, you know, it's not a full breakdown, and these are really just like my first impressions on it. But I will think on this and talk to y'all later.